Coming up on Dispatch, your layout photos, the question of the week, and a big shout out. Starting right now. I'm Roy Smith. Thanks for joining me. As I said, we have your layout photos, the question of the week, and a big shout out coming up on the show. And later in the show, I will have an important announcement to make concerning 2 upcoming videos on this channel. Be sure to stick around for that announcement. You may be wondering why I'm wearing these dark glasses. Am I trying to be a cool model railroader like the rest of you? Well, yes, but also I had cataract surgery last week, and the ophthalmologist said that I should wear the dark glasses for a week. Well, the week has come and gone, and so I'm going to take them off and replace them with these cool model railroader glasses. Every model railroader should have a pair of these. Ha! In a month or so, I will have cataract surgery on my other eye. Then I will no longer have an excuse for not replacing those microscopic couplers, wheels, and other parts on my N-scale rolling stock. Something else, I want to apologize for failing lately to meet my own self-imposed video upload schedule. For one thing, I spend a lot of time sitting on my porch every morning, drinking Panamanian coffee, enjoying the tropical breezes, and watching the wild animals who cross my garden like it's some kind of interstate highway. For another thing, I spend vast amounts of time watching your videos. I just hope that you will keep on pumping out your videos so that I can continue to have an excuse not to pump out my own. But most importantly, the older I get, the slower I get. And that's catastrophic because I already was the world's slowest model railroader from day one. Okay, enough of that. Let's get started with your layout photos. Once again, you all have posted a ton of photos in our Facebook group, and I have brought them over here to share with everyone during the show. Here they are. After the show, I hope you will go over to the Facebook group and post a photo of your layout there. Why? Because it's fun to share the hobby, and we want to see what you're doing on your layout. I will put a link to the group down below. That's where you can post your photos. You will know you're at the right place when you see this photo at Echo Canyon on my layout. If you posted a photo but didn't see it here, then be sure to watch for it on the next edition of Dispatch. Remember, it doesn't matter what scale you model in, and yes, you can post photos of your club's layout. And now, it's time for our question of the week. Here's this week's question. What are you looking forward to doing on your layout? This is how you responded to the question. By a wide margin, you said that you are most looking forward to doing scenery. Doing scenery is almost always mentioned as the task we model railroaders most enjoy doing. Quite a few of you said that you are looking forward to constructing your layout. In some cases, you don't yet have a layout, and in other cases, you plan to tear down your existing layout and replace it with a new one. A number of you said that you are looking forward to just plain running your trains. Perhaps you still have to lay enough track to be able to do it, or even finish laying your track. Running trains is something every model railroader wants to do. And here are the other things you mentioned in your responses. Building structures to put on your layout, track work, that is, laying new track or improving existing track work, rehabilitating an existing scene or area of your layout, setting up and conducting operations, wiring, lighting for night operations, going wireless so that you don't keep getting tangled up in your throttle cables, adding details to your layout scenes, something that can keep you busy for a lifetime. And one of you said he's looking forward to doing nothing on his layout, even though there's still a lot to do. And what am I looking forward to doing on my layout? Like all of you, I've got tons of stuff to do, but I'm most looking forward to setting up a formal system of operations. Now, as I mentioned in previous videos, I am in the process of expanding my fleet of freight cars so that I can set up and conduct formal operations. Of course, I will take you along as I do this. And if you'd like to participate in the expansion of my freight car fleet, you can via PayPal. I will put my PayPal link down below. Well, I'd like to thank all of you who responded to this week's question. Now, we do have a question for the coming week, and here it is. Have you ever switched from one scale to another in the hobby? If so, why did you switch? Post your responses to this question in the comments section down below. I will compile your responses and share them right here on the next episode of Dispatch. Remember, when you respond to a question of the week, you are sharing the hobby with others. And sharing the hobby may be the best part of model railroading. Here again is the question for the coming week. Have you ever switched from one scale to another in the hobby? If so, why did you switch? Now it's time for our big shout out. And our big shout out goes to Mike, his HO scale Rock Island layout, and his channel, Rock Island Modeler 79. Mike's HO scale layout is based on the Rock Island Line's mid-continent route from St. Paul to Kansas City. Along with the Rock Island, his layout features trains from other Midwestern railroads. It is a multi-level layout that occupies a space measuring 30 feet by 40 feet. It is set in the era of 1964 to 1970. Let's go take a look at Mike's layout in some clips from one of his recent videos right now.
Welcome to my layout. Let's take a tour of the train room here. So as you come into the train room, On the left over here is the first helix. Actually labeled it as helix number 2. On the other side of the door we just came in is helix number 1. I do have a train coming out of the helix at this time. That train is an M and St. L train that I'm running, Minneapolis and St. Louis. It's going through the Union Pacific's Armstrong Yard in the Kansas City terminal area right now. And if we go up to the upper level, this is a Battle Creek that's located within the Minneapolis-St. Paul terminal. So as we continue around, this portion of the layout on the upper level depicts the Dayton's Bluff area in the Minneapolis-St. Paul terminal. As we come to the lower level, this is the Chicago Great Western Yard located in the Kansas City terminal. And as we come around this direction, we're going to enter the staging yard. So on the upper level, we go into the staging yard around the curve here. Same thing on the lower level. I'll show you the staging yard. I think our M and St. L train is just about ready to leave the staging yard on the lower level. You can see it exiting. This is the staging yard.
I hope you will go over to Mike's channel to watch the rest of that video and other videos. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel yet, do that too when you're over there. I will put a link to his channel down below. Great job, Mike. I love your channel and your layout. Thanks for sharing the hobby with the rest of us. Now, here's that announcement that I promised at the beginning of the show. I'm working on 2 important videos that will soon appear on this channel. The first of the 2 videos is about terrainscaping at the ruins of the Hostlers building in the Evanston rail yards. I installed the Hostlers building not long ago. In this upcoming video, I will show you why I had to do some terrainscaping where the building sits and how I did it. A big thank you to Chris Perry, who scratch built the Hostlers building and sent it to me, along with thousands of other detail pieces for my layout, most of which are currently stored in a big plastic box waiting for me to install them. And the second upcoming video is about the sudden and unexpected appearance of a caboose on my modern era layout. In the video, I will explain how it got there on my layout and what's it doing there. A big thank you to Jason of the Train Freak channel. He found just the caboose that I needed but couldn't find and sent it to me. Watch for those 2 videos coming soon. Now let me remind you that there are hundreds of other videos for you to watch right here on this channel. I will include a link to my videos page down below. You can go to that link and browse around, or you can watch these videos over here just by clicking on them. Well, thanks for letting me share the world's greatest hobby with you here on Dispatch. As always, I'm Roy Smith. Until next time, happy railroading.